everyone, I'm Professor Neerav Mehta. So today we are going to discuss about subject called automobile component design. In this session, we are going to talk about worm and worm will, design procedure and terminology of that worm and worm. So our first concern is to design and to determine this different terminology of worm and worm will. So let's begin with this terminology. So this terminology will going to help us into design this worm and worm will step by step. The main procedure to find out this design is to find out efficiency of this worm and worm will and strength of a wheel. So our main concern in this particular video, it's about to determine this different terminologies which we are going to use while designing our worm and worm. Basically, worm and worm will are designed basis on their efficiency and strength. Efficiency of a worm and strength of a wheel. Strength of a wheel is the same as we have determined in the case of spur gear, while the efficiency of worm will be depending on this particular terminology which we are going to discuss in this particular video. So, by showing in this diagram, you can see a different aspect of a geometry of a worm and worm wheel. So let's discuss about those different aspects step by step. First is axial pitch. This axial pitch is nothing but difference distance between a pitch of one worm or turn to another. That is axial pitch. Clear? It will going to help us to find out the total length of our worm. Second is lead. Now, what is lead? Lead is nothing but a axial distance covered by our worm while revolving for a one turn. Clear? While it is revolving for a one turn, that is called a lead, and it will help us to find out what amount of distance traveled by our worm by in respect to our wheel for a one revolution, or you can say one rotation. Clear? Second is lead angle. So second thing is to determine the angle of that lead. Clear? This angle will provide us what distance or what axial distance our worm will going to cover. Clear? While going through this angle. Third one is to determine tooth pressure angle, this teeth pressure angle of our worm and worm will when they are getting within contact. This angle is a teeth angle rather than angle made by teeth with its own axis. This teeth angle is own angle with each other, clear worm and worm will. Third one is normal pitch. Normal pitch is axial pitch, or you can say perpendicular pitch. Clear? That previous axial pitch, sorry, normal pitch is a perpendicular pitch. Axial pitch is pitch of, or you can say more of our pitch in the direction of our axis, where normal pitch will be determined by considering angle of our worm. Then helix angle, it is an angle made by our worm with its own axis, that is helix angle. And last one, it is velocity ratio. Velocity ratio will going to have essential part to determine efficiency of our work. Why? Because as we have discussed earlier, velocity ratio is going to be a vital design part, because our worm and worm will are identified to transmit higher velocity ratio, and this higher velocity ratio will going to directly affect the power of our worm and worm will. I hope you understand this terminology. Let's discuss further into this terminology step by step. So axial pitch. What is axial pitch? So it is also known as a linear pitch of a worm. It is the distance measured axially from one point of thread to another point, corresponding point of same thread. Clear? So you can see here this axial pitch will going to determine the revolution of your wheel. Clear? So that's why this axial pitch is very much essential while designing this worm and second point is to determine load lead of our worm and worm. What is this lead? This lead is nothing but when our worm revolves for a one revolution, it will going to cover what amount or what distance, that is called lead. Clear? It represented by multiplication of axial pitch to the number of start. What is number of start? If we have single worm going, single turn going through our worm, that is called one start. And if they are multiple in number, or you can say those thread are in multiple in number, that is called number of start. So that is nothing but a multiplication of axial pitch and number of start. And the lead angle, this lead angle is essential part to determine our pitch, or you can say lead. How it will going to determine this? Ln is nothing, small l is nothing but a lead. This lambda is the lead angle and pi dw is length of our total worm. So tan lambda will be equals to lead of worm divided by pitch circumference of the worm, where lead of the worm is, as we have discussed earlier, it is Pa into N divided by pi dw. So ultimately it is determined by, you can see that equation in terms of module, it is Mn upon dw, where M is module, N is number of start, and dw is pitch circle diameter of a worm. Clear? This tan lambda also depends on RPM of our gear and RPM of our worm, which is Ng by Nw raised to 1 by 3. I hope you understand this lead angle very well. Clear? Next point is to determine tooth pressure angle. This teeth pressure angle will going to directly related to our lead angle. This is an empirical relationship between lead angle and teeth pressure angle. If the teeth pressure angle is 14 and half, if the lead angle should be between 0 to 16. If depending on different pressure angle, we can directly take it from this empirical relationship. Clear? Empirical relationship, we can directly determine the lead angle. Here we don't have to find out this lead angle if we have this pressure angle. Clear? And vice versa, like if we have this lead angle, we can easily take this pressure angle. Clear? Then normal pitch. What is normal pitch? It is the distance measured along with normal to the thread between two corresponding points on our worm. Clear? Or a thread on our worm. That is called a normal pitch. It is represented by in terms of our angle. Which angle? Helix angle. Or you can say lead angle, which is also called a lambda. Clear? Okay. Then helix angle. It is the angle between tangent of the thread helix on the pitch cylinder to the axis of the worm. So it is nothing but angle between our wheel and our worm. Clear? Then velocity ratio. Now, as you know that velocity ratio is the velocity of pinion divided by gear. Here in this case, pinion is our worm, so velocity will be Nw by Ng, where our velocity or linear velocity will be depending by Vw, which is Lnw by 60, where L is nothing but length of our worm. Clear? Okay. Here, by determining that, we can derive this equation, as you can see here, of a velocity ratio in terms of teeth, which is Tg upon N. Clear? I hope you understand this particular session depend on terminology very well. Let's recap this once again. We have determined different aspect of our worm and worm wheel, from our pitch, axial pitch, to lead angle, to tooth angle, to normal pitch, helix angle, and ultimately velocity. This terminology will going to directly determine will help us into determining efficiency of worm and worm. Clear? So in next session, we will going to discuss about this efficiency of worm and worm wheel, and we are going to use this different terminology in that next session. I hope you understand this very well, and if you have any doubt regarding to this particular session, you can directly contact me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here we are stopping this session. Thank you. Thank you so much.